Job, chapters 41 and 42. Hast thou not seen him, and hast thou not wondered at the things said of him? Dost thou not fear because preparation has been made by me? For who is there that resists me, or who will resist me and abide, since the whole world under heaven is mine? I will not be silent because of him, though because of his power one shall pity his antagonist. Who will open the face of his garment, and who can enter within the fold of his breastplate? Who will open the doors of his face? Terror is round about his teeth. His inwards are as brazen plates, and the texture of his skin as a smearite stone. One part cleaves fast to another, and the air cannot come between them. They will remain united to the other. They are closely joined, and cannot be separated. At his sneezing a light shines, and his eyes are as the appearance of the morning star. Out of his mouth proceed as it were burning lamps, and as it were hearths of fire are cast abroad. Out of his nostrils proceeds smoke of a furnace burning with fire of coals. His breath is as live coals, and a flame goes out his mouth. And power is lodged in his neck, before him destruction runs. The flesh also of his body is joined together. If one pours violence upon him, he shall not be moved. His heart is firm as a stone, and it stands like an unyielding anvil. And when he turns, he is a terror to the four-footed wild beasts which leap upon the earth. If spear should come against him, men will effect nothing, either with the spear or the breastplate. For he considers iron as chaff, and brass as rotten wood. The bow of brass shall not wound him. He deems the slinger as grass. Malls are counted as stubble, and he laughs to scorn the waving of the firebrand. His lair is formed of sharp points, and all the gold to see under him is as an immense quantity of clay. He makes the deep boil like a brazen cauldron, and he regards the sea as a pot of ointment, and the lowest part of the deep as a captive. He reckons the deep as his range. There is nothing upon the earth like to him, for him to be sported with by my angels. He beholds every high thing, and he is king of all that are in the waters. Then Job answered and said to the Lord, I know that thou canst do all things, and nothing is impossible with thee. For who is he that hides counsel from thee? Or who keeps back his words, and thinks to hide them from thee? And who will tell me what I knew not, great and wonderful things which I understood not? But hear me, O Lord, that I also may speak, and I will ask thee, and do thou teach me. I have heard the report of thee by the ear before, but now mine eye has seen thee. Wherefore I have counted myself vile, and have fainted, and I esteem myself dust and ashes. And it came to pass after the Lord had spoken all these words to Job, that the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, Thou hast sinned, and thy two friends, for ye have not said anything true before me, as my servant Job has. Now then, take 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and he shall offer a burnt offering for you. And my servant Job shall pray for you, for I will only accept him, but for his sake. I would have destroyed you, for ye have not spoken the truth against my servant Job. So Eliphaz the Temanite, and Baldad the Salchite, and Zophar the Minian, went and did as the Lord commanded them, and he pardoned their sin for the sake of Job. And the Lord prospered Job, and when he prayed also for his friends, he forgave them their sin. And the Lord gave Job twice as much, even double what he had before. And all his brethren and his sisters heard all that had happened to him. And they came to him, and so did all that had known him from the first. And they ate and drank with him, and comforted him, and wondered all that the Lord had brought upon him. And each one gave him a lamb, and 4 drachms weight of gold, even of unstamped gold. And the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than the beginning. And his cattle were 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, 1,000 she-asses of the pastures. And there were born to him 7 sons and 3 daughters. And he called the first Day, and the second Cassia, and the third Amalthea's horn. And there were not found in comparison with the daughters of Job fairer women than they in all the world. And their father gave them an inheritance among the brethren. And Job lived after his affliction 170 years. All the years he lived were 240. And Job saw his sons and his sons' sons, the 4th generation. And Job died an old man and full of days, and it is written that he will rise again with those whom the Lord raises up. This man is described in the Syriac book as living in the land of Alsus, on the borders of Idumea and Arabia. And his name before was Jobab, and having taken an Arabian wife, he begot a son whose name was Enon. And he himself was a son of his father Zeri, one of the sons of Esau, and of his mother Bosora, and so that he was the 5th from Abraham. And these were the kings who reigned in Edom, which country he also ruled over. First Balak, the son of Beor. The name of his city was Dinaba. But after Balak, Jobab, who was called Job. And after him Asam, who was governor of the country of Theman. And after him Adad, the son of Berad, who destroyed Madiam in the plain of Moab. The name of his city was Gethaim. And his friends who came to him were Eliphaz, the children of Esau, king of the Themanites, Baldad, sovereign of the Masaukians, Zophar, king of the Minians. The first epistle of St. Paul the Apostle to the Corinthians, chapter 2. And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God. For I determined not to know anything among you, save Jesus Christ and him crucified. And as with you in weakness, and in fear, and in much trembling. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but a demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world, that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which God ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, Eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the Spirit of man which is in him? Even so the things of God knoweth no man, but the Spirit of God. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of God, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God. Which things also we speak not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Ghost teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who hath known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ.